Hey y'all, it's me, Alex from the Longest Cosplays. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. This is a follow-up to my previous video, where all the books are on my desk, and at the last in the final minutes of that video, I said that I was probably gonna do a follow-up because I had to get some more books today because I forgot to yesterday. There it is. There's the entire stack. This was part of this. This is part of the same, I guess, haul set as that Superboy cover was in. So this is all one thing. I meant to get all of this yesterday, but I got sidetracked in a couple of things. So today, I'm just gonna talk about these. I haven't even started editing that video as I'm recording this. Um, but I'm going to right after this. I'm probably gonna edit this within a day or so. So let's just jump right into it. This is Adventures of Superman, Book of L, number 6. If you're keeping up with my YouTube shorts, you'll definitely see a couple of these, and this is one of them on there. I'm actually just gonna put this over here. It'll be easier for me. This is Green Lantern Corps, Volume 4, number 13. Um, Not the greatest cover, in my opinion. Um, no, it's certainly interesting, but not a great cover. My cat is also on my desk, so he's probably gonna. There he is. Hi, buddy. There's my cat. This is Kal-El. He lives here. He lives here with me. He's my pet, and I love him. This is Immortal Legend Batman issue 6. I'm very sad that this is ending because I actually really like this series. If they ever do any more titles under Immortal Legend, I will definitely pick them up because this was like one of the best miniseries I've read from DC in a long time. Um, are you gonna hang out with me throughout this video? Oh, yes, he is. Um, amazing series. If you haven't read it, please read it. There'll probably be a trade somewhere down the line. Um, or you can just pick up the issues individually. I recommend doing that. That's what I did. Um, This right here is Superboy Volume 1, number 124. I picked this cover up. I won't get into exactly why I picked this book up, but one of the reasons is how fucking hilarious this cover is. I mean, it's Super Baby punching a grown man like in a boxing ring. And he's about to like this is still Clark Kent, but as a baby, he's still pretty goddamn strong. So that's pretty cool. Um, I can't wait to read that later. This is Supergirl Volume 8, number 10. Um, I'm starting to dwindle on this series a little bit. This was probably the most lackluster issue that I've read so far. It was still like pretty good. Um, and for those who have like only read Woman of Tomorrow, you probably would never enjoy this. Like, because these are not the same character. Like, the writing is completely different, and this is definitely targeted towards like younger audiences, which I'm not in the age demographic that this is for. But it's still a cool series. This latest issue has, excuse me, let me move my books before you start bathing yourself. Um, but this is, I don't know. I'm gonna keep going for a couple more issues to see if anything picks up or goes down, and I might take it off my pull list. We'll see. Um, this is Superman Volume 4, number 32. This is the blank sketch cover. I am highly considering doing doing one of these myself. This is the first ever sketch cover I've bought, actually. I bought it yesterday. And the guy had two, and I almost picked up the other one. Um, but I'm honestly thinking of doing a sketch cover of this, and then maybe making a video out of that. If you want to see that, let me know. I would like to do some art related stuff on my channel too. Um, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. Um, and then this right here is Superman Volume 4, number 33. This is the Eric Larson Batman 75th Anniversary Edition variant. What a that just rolls off the tongue. This was actually one of the ones I put on my big wish list. Not my wish list video, but this was on my wish list for in my tracker. Mainly because it's Eric Larson. Um, and the cover's just cool. I like it a lot. Um, so I'm very happy to have that. This was another one that's on my big wish list. This was Superman Volume 4, number 48. This is the Andy Smith adult coloring book variant. I wasn't expecting to find this, but I will definitely have to get this signed next time I see him. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be at the Heroes Minicon, so I'll probably have to bring this over and get it signed. Um, but yeah, it's really cool. I like unique stuff like this. And there's a bunch of the coloring book variants. I think I have one for Green Lanterns. I could be wrong, but anyway, this is Conan the Barbarian Volume 3, Number 3 by Marvel. Um, I don't I haven't read any of the Marvel Conan's past the like that initial run in King Conan. Um, so I'm actually very excited to dive into this, and I know they did quite a lot even then. But this is Savage Sword of Conan, Volume 2, Number 2, with a great Alex Ross cover. He actually just posted this on or this like the Virgin variant of this, where it's just Conan. He just posted this on Instagram recently, and I saw it and I was like, I just bought this book. Um, it's weird to see the title Savage Sword of Conan in a regular comic book format because, especially the older fans, you read Savage Sword of Conan, you're thinking like magazine size, black and white, John Buscema art. You're not getting that here. I don't even think this was drawn by John Buscema. Ron Garney, still a great artist, but not John Buscema. So this is Savage Sword of Conan number 3. Another great cover. Um, one of my local comic shops had a lot of these Savage Swords in the Marvels. So I think this is also an Alex. This might also be an Alex Ross cover. They all look very similar. This is one where I'm not entirely sure, but this one's after John Buscema, so that's cool. I think that's a homage cover. And this is Savage Sword of Conan, number 4. This is actually probably um one of the better covers that I've seen in recent history. Just because it's got all the Savage Sword magazines down there, that's really cool. I'd like to collect some of the older Savage Swords, but some people don't have them for very affordable prices, and that saddens me. I'm recording a video here. He's stealing the show. He's so cute. Hi, buddy. He's probably gonna bite me. Yep, there he goes. Okay, buddy. Um, this is a book I didn't expect to find. But it like recently came out, so I guess I'm not that surprised. But I didn't think my local comic shop would have it. This is Star Wars Jar Jar number 1. Um, written by Jar Jar Binks himself, Ahmed Best, and this was one of the funniest fucking books I've ever read in a while. Like, I don't think it's intentionally supposed to be funny. Like, it's the fact that it's Jar Jar Binks leading a story is and he writes it just like his character is written in the movies. Jar Jar just says Misa and Yusa all the time, and it's like I read it in the Jar Jar voice as one should, and this was like unintentionally the funniest book I've read in a minute. Like, or I guess what I should say is this is the funniest like mainline big tube book I've ever read. I can't make this up. And also this cover, mind you, is like also hilarious. Like, I don't know. It's weird to think that that exists. Buddy, You're gonna land on my books and make them fall over. I'm trying to do my books here. Um, this right here is Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, Annual Number 15. I picked this book up because the cover is it's strange. Like I couldn't tell you what the hell is going on here. I don't know who drew it. Sorry, Mike Mignola drew it. I didn't pay attention to that. Mike Mignola drew it. Great artist. I don't know what the fuck he was taking when he drew this. But as a I don't collect X-Men very much. Um, if you see the previous video, see that I have a bunch of X Factor books now. Um, but that's just so strange, and I can't wait to read that as well to see what the fuck that's about. And this is Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, Annual Number 17. I apparently already had this. I didn't know I had this until I got home yesterday, and I saw that because I digitally log my books as well, and I already had this, so I went digging in my boxes. Sure enough, I did already have this, but this is a much nicer copy, so I'm not even mad. Um, Bought this book, because one of my buddies is a big Colossus fan. Johnny's Comic Stuff. Please check his channel out. He's very funny. I can listen to that guy talk about some DC Silver Age for hours on end, and it would never get boring. Are you giving me a kiss? My cat just gave me a kiss, and you couldn't see it because I was covering his face with my book. Why do you have to do this stuff on camera and not off camera? My mother is never gonna believe me. This is Wade Wilson, Deadpool #1. I actually really enjoyed this. This was a very solid start, and I haven't read much Deadpool books in my life. One of my first ever bought comic books was a Deadpool title, Mercs with the Mouth, I think. It was like Mercs for Money or something. Actually, I can look right now. I have my collection pulled up here. It should be um Deadpool and the Mercs for Money. That's what it was. It was a 2016. I got the fried pie variant. Um, so that's actually really cool. The fact that I can now say I bought a Deadpool book since then. Again, really solid start. Really solid start. I like this. I like this book a lot. This is King Conan, Hour of the Dragon #1. This is by Dark Horse. Um, Never heard of this. I had completely forgotten that Dark Horse had Conan for a little bit. Um, so that's gonna be a very interesting read. And this is King Conan, Hour of the Dragon, #3. Um, I think the guy only had copies of 1 and 3, various copies of 1 and 3. He's staring out the window now, as he likes to do. But the covers were badass, and I had to pick them up. And now we're going into some of the other titles that I picked up today, just because I saw the covers and they looked cool, and that's something I want to start doing now is buying indie covers where the covers look cool. And this is Malevolent #1. This came out in January. Um, but this was a pretty solid read. It's got demons and shit in it, which is what this is. It's a big demon. Um, when I can boil it down to, and it's weird. It's weird, man. Um, maybe I'll like do like a summary of like some of these books later on, or maybe I'll pick up the next couple of issues of this when they come out. Um, but it was very fun read. This right here, this was probably the standout. Um, from my newer pickups, Ripcord #1, by Ignition Press. Um, this is about a drug, called Ripcord, and it doesn't exactly play so nicely. Um, and the main protagonist, like she just fucking kicks ass the entire way through. And she's like a girl you do not want to mess with. And I like stories like that. I love badass women in media. Um, Ellen Ripley, Aliens. I mean, come on now. Like, let's get with the times here. This one, This is actually one of the Savage Dragons I was looking for. This is Savage Dragon Volume 1, Issue 3. This was a part of that three-issue miniseries. I think I mentioned this in the last one because I had a couple of them. Um, Part of the three-issue miniseries that led on to the current ongoing. This was the last one I needed, and my local comic shop just so happened to have it. And I'm very happy about that. Because now that means that I can read these in my free time before I go ahead and read the ongoing, which is a perfect segue to Savage Dragon #1, Volume 2, #1. Um, came out in 1993. A lot of first appearances in this. Um, I'm surprised I was able to find it for so cheap. Um, I guess I'm not like too knowledgeable in how valuable Savage Dragon books are, but I was quite surprised that I only got this for a couple of bucks. Um, but yeah, Savage Dragon is one of those ones I can't wait to read. And the guy who runs one of my local comic shops who I bought this from was like, I haven't sold one of these in like a long time, like weeks. I think he said like months or something. And I was just like, yeah, I'm picking up the early ones, which is true. I am trying to pick up like at least the first 10 or 20 Savage Dragons. Um, if I see them for good prices. Same thing with Spawn. But the last newer book that I got is The Thing on the Doorstep #1 by Image. I want to see, there was another publisher on, I can't remember the name of it. This one, since I'm not really like reviewing these, Ripcord was an exception because I just really enjoyed that one. This one I didn't enjoy as much as I would have liked. The cover is interesting. Um, I like stuff like this. I'm probably gonna pick up a #2 maybe, just to see what happens after the end of this issue. But it's a very slow issue, and I don't have a problem with that. But it also felt like very stiff to me. That might just be me. Um, like having not developed much of an indie comic palette yet, like true indie stuff, like not just Spawn and Savage Dragon and Youngblood or whatever, just like true indie stuff, like stuff like this. Um, but it did feel very stiff to me, which kind of sucked. But it is what it is. And just like the last video, I'm gonna take these like I think there's like 26 books in this stack or something, and I'm gonna narrow it down to 10 covers. Probably, yeah, about 10 covers, we'll say. Um, and we'll just go from there. So I'll do another segment here after this, and I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, I narrowed it down to 10 books once again. This is in no particular order, because I suck at ranking things. So we're just doing my 10 favorite covers that I picked up today, and yeah. Again, this will probably be obvious if you've been paying attention to my reactions and how I talk about these, or maybe not. Maybe it's not obvious, and that's fine. I'm just like that myself. Of course, Superboy 124. Again, it's the novelty of a super baby punching a boxer. Um, Clark, stop! Don't hit him with your bare hand, or you'll kill him. I can't wait to see what the fuck happens in this. Um, Superman Eric Larson cover. Um, it's not even just the fact that his Superman looks good; it's the fact that his Batman also looks really good. I mean that's the whole point is the fact that it's a Batman anniversary. But still, I mean, this is Eric Larson on a DC title. I'm sure he has done stuff for DC, but I mostly know him for like his Spider-Man, which is interesting. Of course, the Andy Smith adult coloring book. I've been collecting some of Andy Smith's books for or not a long time, probably like the past year or so. I've been hunting down all of his Green Lantern issues that he's been doing, or that he's done. Um, and I have a couple of things from him um, on my wall and stuff that I need to hang up. So that's really cool to have. Of course, the Savage Sword of Conan #2, Alex Ross cover. I mean, this is just beautiful. Um, if you saw my last video, I have that Conan 115, which iconic John Buscema art, and this reminds me of that. Only the pose is a little bit different, but it's still badass. Savage Sword of Conan #4. Again, amazing tribute to all the old Savage swords. Maybe one day I will own these. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how lucky I am. Um, again, this cover, man, Star Wars Jar Jar #1 is hilarious. I mean, I I I urge you to read this book for yourself. Um, this is not a book you want to miss. I feel like this will explode in popularity. Just like Dork will, or I guess already has, according to a lot of people I've talked to who can't seem to get it. It's not even in my local comic shop, so I don't know. Of course, the big Nola X-Men annual cover. Um, it's not like I'm just so fascinated by this. Like I just it this is like there's like a rule about comic book covers where like your job is to intrigue your audiences. This pulls me in. Like I can only imagine if I was a kid in the 90s and I saw this, I'd be like, "Wow, that is so fucking strange. I want to buy that." This cover does that successfully. Thank you, Mike Mignola. King Conan. This is the #1. Hour of the Dragon. Very badass. Conan pose right there. Him just being a fucking badass and taking the high ground like he should, with sword in hand. He's cool. Um, Ripcord. This cover is just really good. Like this looks like a movie poster for like a modern horror movie, and I really like that. It reminds me. I could be wrong. But it reminds me of like the posters for the Smile movies. That first one I really didn't enjoy, and I haven't seen the second one. But and I know they're doing I know there's about to be a Smile comic coming out. And I'm probably gonna pick that up. But this reminds me. Actually, you know what? Better yet, this actually reminds me of the first Scream poster. I don't know why I thought of Smile first, but the first Scream poster with Drew Barrymore, you know, and the eyes are blue, and but this and it's red, of course. But great book. Definitely gonna pick up a second issue of that. And of course, Savage Dragon #1. I had to put this on there because it's Savage Dragon #1, and also that's just a cool ass cover. Like, come on, that's fucking cool, man. Um, But yeah, those are my 10 uh favorite covers that I got recently. And that about does it for everything that I've gotten within the past couple of days. Like I said, I'm gonna start editing that first video right after this, and then we'll probably upload that tomorrow, and then this will probably come out sometime after that. Um, yeah, thank you guys for watching another very awkward video. Um, Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye now. Oh, look at my cat. Look at him. You want to say hi to you want to say hi to my fans? The people who watch this channel? He's not happy that I took him out of his or I interrupted his window watching for this. Say hi. Meow. He's not happy with me.